Well, hey YouTube, a little bit of a channel update here. Keep you guys up to date on what's happening with the channel. Now, first off, I am exceedingly happy to announce that we have reached the halfway point to remonetize the channel. Those of you who are new don't realize I had a channel for about 15 years called Sarge Vining. That's me, Sarge. And it was hacked. And YouTube took it down because of what the hackers did after they got control of the channel. Luckily, I was able to save a good deal of the content on that channel. But you can imagine, 15 years worth of content, a lot of it has disappeared. Where we are right now is the last of those old videos has been posted. Okay, I've got a couple more that I can tweak and maybe get back into a more current form. Okay, that will be happening. I will be making more videos like this, new videos that will be coming out on a hopefully weekly basis, which gets us to the next point. Okay, again, for new people, this channel was created for the benefit of improving the living history, classic camping living history hobby, and collecting old camping gear, and to chronicle the actual history of camping gear of the 20th century, from 1890 to about 1990 was the original goal. I will mention, unfortunately, most of the videos that have been lost were of that post-World War II period. Okay, all the stuff about Kelty and all of that, I've got to actually reshoot those videos. I have none of that content left. Sorry. We're going to be working on it. As far as the living history component goes, when I started the channel, that part of the channel, about 5-6 years ago, I guess, the classic camping living history was a very, very, very small niche of people, of living historians such as myself. It was a very small community. Okay. In the past 6 or 7 years, the community has grown. I can gauge that by the membership on Facebook pages. Bannerman's Camp, which is our Facebook page in particular, we went from 0 to almost 2,000. Now we're at almost 2,000 members on the Bannerman's Camp page, and I would guess about half of those are people interested in the classic camping living history hobby. And for those of you who don't know what that is, we go camping 100 years ago. Some of us will do it actually going camping, actually out in the woods. Some of us will do it at museums and public presentations, and some of us will do both. Okay. And in the history of living history genres, here's a word for you, genre. It's French, you know. In the history and development of living history genres, you start out with a group of very dedicated people, and you start out using existing original gear. Okay, but you also do that with the knowledge that you could booger this stuff up, so you want to be careful with it. So you try to replace it with reproductions that look and function exactly the way the originals did, but you're not going to booger up an expensive collectible piece. And at the first part of the development of the living history genre, is that just about everybody involved in it is doing that. They're making their own reproductions. Okay. But as the hobby starts becoming popular, people start coming in who either don't have the time or think they don't have the skill, particularly as far as sewing is concerned, because much of it is in sewing. And I'm here to tell you, you have the skill. All you need is a sewing machine. But you may not have the time, and you may not want to mess around with sticking needles in your fingers every hour or so. So what I have done, what Nathaneal Logsdon at Logsdon and Company has done, what Dave Canterbury has done to a degree, as well as the existing living history product vendors like What Price Glory that produce military army surplus of the time that could be used camping. We're starting to develop products that we can make that you can use to go camping 100 years ago. And whether you want to do it as a full-blown living history thing, or you just enjoy the traditional camping gear, it's available. And I've started producing that stuff in my old man fiddling around in his shop kind of way. And that's where a lot of my spare time is being focused, is in making products for Vico Expedition outfitters that you can buy if you want to do this classic camping thing. So that's slowing down video production, okay? But let me show you what I'm working on right now. The thing that's got most people excited is Sean Dyer's reproduction of Honorable Outfitters. Find his channel. If you want one of these, you should want one of these. This is a Preston mess kit. Sean Dyer is producing a reproduction of this in stainless steel so that it can be used in the field. It is a fantastic piece of gear. I recommend you go to Sean's channel, Honorable Outfitters, or Mr. Dyer's Musings. You can search YouTube for both of those. And he will tell you all about the Preston mess kit and the reproduction he is making. Now, what is missing is a cover, a reproduction cover for the Preston mess kit. And what I have done is I got with James Bender and traded him an Abercrombie and Fitch tent for a Preston mess kit. Okay, and I got with Sean and had him send me the two examples he has. Here's a picture of them laying all together. What I am doing for Sean is I am producing some templates that can be used if you have a high degree of sewing skill to put one of these together. Okay, and I'm going to advise you, you do need a good deal of experience in sewing to tackle this particular project. I'll just put that right out there right now. Okay, so I am developing this, and just to show you, I'm not all that far along on it. It's a challenging project. It really is. This is where I am on the project. I have finalized the design and production method of making the felt insert for the Preston mess kit. And I'll tell you, I had to do a little bit of damage on this original piece in that I had to snip two pieces, four sewn corners that sewed the original into the piece. But here's the comparison. Okay, this is the original, this is the reproduction. I will be reproducing it. And again, Sean will be able to provide you with some PDF copies of templates that you can use to cut out and make your own. Again, it's a challenging project. Okay, so that's what that's taking up a lot of my time. The other thing that is taking up my time is Sean and I both realize that there are a lot of a lot of people who actually probably won't want a full reproduction cover at the price I am going to have to charge for all of the labor that I'm putting into this. Okay, so I am making, and I'm a little bit further on this part of the project because it's easy sewing and it's easy pattern making. This is a tent and awning company version of the Preston kit cover. This is the first working prototype, and the way this works is you put one together the way you think it goes together, and then you figure out what you did wrong. You can see here on the back of this where I have made a lot of notations as to size and location of pieces, but you can also see we have achieved gain of function on the piece. These are going to be available on Vico Expedition Outfitters at a much lower price than the full-on reproduction. I'm going to be providing Sean with the patterns, but for those of you who don't want or don't think you can make one, I will be producing these, but they're going to be over $100. There's a lot of labor on this, a lot of teeny tiny pieces. Okay, so that's where we are. That's what's taking my time away from video production. That and my drafting business, which is now starting to heat up. As far as reaching the midpoint on the channel, on remonetizing, YouTube has two tiers. One is full monetization, and at the halfway point, they allow you to do things to be able to raise money to monetize the channel without them giving a ding dang thing, and they make a little bit of money at it. Okay, and one of those is the superfans thing. If you think that you're watching a video or have watched a video and you got a lot out of it, there's a button down at the bottom which you can click and buy me a cup of coffee. Okay, you can give me $5. You can give me 10. You can give me $1,000 if you want to. I ain't gonna complain. Okay. And the way YouTube makes money off that, they take a little bit off the top. Okay. The other thing they do is they allow memberships. Now, I'm going to say some of you who have been in the, who watched the old channel and have returned to the channel may have been members. And I have to say that the way I tackled it before didn't work out well. Okay. I couldn't do it the way I thought I could do it. But what we're looking at now, and I haven't put it out officially yet, I will as soon as I've worked out all the bugs, is we will start asking people if they want to become members of the channel. I will do the lowest level that YouTube allows me to do, and that would be a membership of $5 a month. And what we'll do with that is we will have every Wednesday night or something like that. I haven't quite figured that out yet. But we will have a members-only live chat. Okay? So if you're a member, you can go to that members-only video. You can watch the video, and you can type in on the side. I don't think they can do Zoom meeting kind of things. If they can, that's what we'll do. But you can ask me anything. You can ask me about a video I did. You can ask me if I will do a video, that kind of thing. And we may look at early release of videos for members. That kind of thing. So that's coming up, all right? Now, I hope I haven't taken too long to tell you about this stuff, to jabber on. But that's where we are. And what I'm going to do after I punch the button on this to end this is I'm going to finish up the very next history of camping video, which will come out maybe tomorrow, the next day, something like that, after this video. All right? Old Man Jabbered On, part 67. Okay? We'll see you down the trail.